Well, what's up, everyone? My name is Chase, and welcome back to another Word on a Wednesday, where we here at River's Edge are trying to find ways to bring some encouragement in the middle of your week. And today I get the privilege, the honor, the incredible enjoyment to spend some time interviewing my friend, Ron Engel. Did I say it correctly?
You left the John part out.
Oh, I always call him Ron John anytime I call him on the phone. What's up, Ron John? I don't know why I do that, but I do. So first things first, this is a great opportunity to interview someone who has been at REC since the beginning. And we're coming up on our 20-year anniversary. We're going to celebrate that in just 2 weekends. So I'm really pumped about what that's going to look like. So you want to come November 8th, be a part of that. Ron's been here since the beginning, so 20 years. Ron has been the president of our leadership team for 20 years, and I'm trying to keep him around for 20 more, and the negotiations is not working super well, but we'll see how that plans out. So Ron, in 1 minute or less, just let some people know that have no idea who you are. Who is Ron Engel? Kind of a little bit about yourself.
You've already said I've been at REC since the beginning. I'm a family guy with 3 grown children. I have 4 grandchildren. Semi-retired, will be retired by the end of the year. Spent my entire career building airports all over the country. Just having a lot of fun with that. Life is good. I'm basically one of those glasses at least half full kind of guys.
Yeah.
So life is good.
Anytime you call Ron and say, how you doing? He answers,
absolutely marvelous.
absolutely marvelous. And I think he means it most of the time.
I do. I absolutely do. What's not to be good about this life,
That's
you know?
true. We're in a pretty awesome world, that's for sure.
We are.
Even though it's crazy right now, but it's still exciting to be alive. So that's what I love about Ron. He is very glasses full all the time, and I like that about him. So, okay, Ron, so you got to tell him 2 cool things about you. Well, at least one. What do you sometimes have in your backyard in the wintertime? That's a pretty cool thing about Ron at REC.
I have an ice skating rink in my backyard.
Yeah.
That is an absolute blast. I have lights on it. We, guys and gals come out and skate till wee hours in the morning.
Yeah.
I have a quad I keep it plowed off with. Got a little tank in the back. Pour water on it. Get it all nice
Zamboni.
and clean. Yeah, my mini Zamboni. But that's a lot of fun,
That's cool.
and it has been an awesome way over the years to bring people to our home and just open it up and give people an opportunity to just have an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Mother Nature has not been cooperative the last 2 years. This year
It's going to come.
is the year.
It's going to come.
It's going to be.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for that. All right, I got 4 questions. Hopefully we get through them all. They're really simple, but I thought in celebration of 20 years, this would be kind of cool just to interview someone that's been here since the beginning. So question number 1, why did you want to be a part of River's Edge back when this all started 20 years ago? Like, what brought you to that, and why were you glad to be a part of that beginning?
That was a really hard decision for my wife and I. We were involved in a church that was a good church. Leadership, I was involved in leadership at that church. And Trent talked to us about what he was planning to do. And initially we kind of said, we just don't feel like we want to leave the church that we're in. But then as we prayed about it, we realized we weren't really walking away from a church, we were running to an opportunity. And the thing that was, super appealing to us is that it was a church that we wanted to have where people would feel comfortable to come, even if they're people who have said, I probably should never darken the doors of a church again. And those are the folks that we wanted to try to draw in. And so we really bought into that and spent a lot of time, the original 19 of us spent a lot of time just talking about what does that mean, what does it look like, and how do we accomplish that?
Yeah, that's so cool, and I love that about River's Edge. That from the beginning, that's been its goal was how to create a church environment and create a church for people that were like, church isn't probably for me, and I love that, and that's my heart too. So I think it's really cool. Okay, so 20 years. I mean, a lot.
I was 12 when we started.
Yeah, there you go. Sure, if you want to say that. A lot probably has changed. But name a few things you're like, yeah, this has changed since the beginning. It doesn't have to be good or bad, just in general, like what's some things that have changed that you've noticed over 20 years?
Some just funny little things. When we started, we met for a little while in the YFC office, but then which is not where it is today, but then we started meeting in schools. And every Sunday, we rented sound equipment from YFC. We packed it in a trailer, took it to a school, unpacked it, set everything all up, set up all the chairs, snack and yak. Everything was set up on a Sunday morning. Tore it all down, put it back in the trailer, and and that was a tremendous amount of work. But everybody was engaged and everybody wanted to be a part of that, and everybody helped. So that was pretty cool. So that's we've changed a little bit in that,
almost
in that
set
regard.
up every week.
Yeah, and so but that was just the heart and the mentality of people, is that they just wanted to be engaged and volunteer for whatever it was that they could to help make this happen, because it was something that people just really believed in.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see. What hasn't changed? What's something you're like, yeah, we kind of set up at the beginning to do this, and I think we still have continued that even to this day?
The church has grown. We've got our own building. There's just all kinds of things that have changed. There was a time for the first 10 years that I knew the name of every person in the church.
Yeah.
So a lot of those kinds of things have changed. But the thing that hasn't changed, in my opinion, is the heart of the church. The makeup, what we look like, and a lot of those things have changed. But the heart of the church is still come as you are, be who you are. We love you regardless. We just want you to be in church and learning and growing, and that's the key. So however we could draw people in was what we tried to do, and keep them here, which is all about the snack and yak part. A lot of churches do that, but I think Rec just excelled.
So snack and yak, for those that don't know, maybe they've started coming during the COVID life where we haven't had that. What is that?
We really felt that church is about relationships, and you come to worship and you come to learn, but God created us to have relationships with Him and with each other. And so we originally talked, how do we get people to just stick around and talk? Didn't take long to figure out. Food does. And good food does it even better. And so, we've just always had that opportunity for people to sit around and munch on things, and people stick around for half hour after church. You're
in football season. I'm going, hey guys, the Bears start soon, so let's.
We gotta lock the doors, people. Let's go. So that's the relationship thing is a huge part of who we want to be.
That's really true, and I'll tell you this. I think I've said this before. Don't be mad at me, people at home, but at one point early on in my tenure here, I don't know what that means, but it sounded really professional. Early on in my time here, I said, maybe we should just get rid of snack and yak. And oh man, you should have saw some of the staff and leadership were like, no! It was like I said the craziest thing in the world. Yeah. My point, we were getting big. And our lobby wasn't big. And one of the things we talked about, even as leadership teams, we said, what makes River's Edge is our lobby. Because that's where the connection happens, the relationships happen, and we keep people there because of the food. But we were keeping too many people there, and our lobby was too small. And I was like, guys, we either gotta get rid of snack yak or tear down walls. And we said, let's tear down walls. So we've torn down walls, and it was, why not? So we've done a lot of wall tearing down in the lobby. I was showing someone last night here, the 6 walls in the lobby. I think 5 or 6 walls in the lobby area to continue to make it big, so we can continue to do what you said, which is connect with people. So that's really cool.
You made the comment one day that you'd love to become known as the lobby church.
Yeah, how cool would that be? I love that. Yeah, the lobby church. Maybe the name changes in the future. River's Edge. No, we have the lobby church because that's where really all the relationships happen. And like you said, that's a big part of River's Edge is the relationship piece. So, all right, my final question is, You wanted to be a part of the beginning. You saw that you were going towards something. You've seen some things change. We've grown. You don't know everyone's name anymore. There's probably been a few things along the way because you're like everybody. You're like, I wouldn't have done it that way. But over 20 years, things have changed. But some things haven't. So why do you still want to be a part of River's Edge? If you do, please say yes for the camera. Don't let this be your I'm leaving the church conversation. That'd be bad.
No, absolutely want to be here. I mentioned earlier the heart of the church hasn't changed, and that's where I am. I worked a lot of years, 10 years. Pat and I did youth work at our last church, and so much of youth is just bringing them in and loving on them and getting them engaged in the church. And so that heart has been there forever. Now it's youth and adults, but that's really the reason that I still want to be here is because of that heart for just bringing in people who have not been engaged historically and want to come and learn something, just have questions, and I love the way we go through the discussions of come and sit in the lazy boy and just check us out. I'd come as you are, be who you are. You don't have to get engaged right away. Just nobody's pounding on your door and trying to get you into this or that. Just learn, listen, ask questions. We love that.
Yeah, love it. All right, so you have 30 seconds left.
Oh.
What else would you like to say to anyone out there listening about River's Edge, about yourself, about anything? What's your final goodbye?
Wow. This has been an awesome experience. It really has. I can't tell you the number of people that I have shared the story about River's Edge because I just think it's such a cool story, and people are always engaged and always want to hear about it. And when this building was originally built back in 2003 or whatever, Trent and I looked at it and said, if that ever goes up for sale, we're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And it did. And then we hired this young kid to come be our lead pastor for a while, hopefully a really long while, and it has just it has just exploded and continued to grow and be an awesome place to hang out. So you're welcome here. I hope you feel welcome here. We hear that from people all the time, and that's what we want to continue to do. That was like 45 seconds.
Hey, dude, that was so good. You can take a minute. So thank you so much, Ron, for being here. Let me pick your brain a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Again, November 8th, 20th celebration anniversary for here at River's Edge, and we're looking forward to what God has in store for the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years, whoever knows. So thanks so much, man. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you guys later. Peace.